Welcome to All Grown Up Now, Tales of a Checkered Past. I'm Kenneth D. King, podcasting from my studio near Union Square in New York City. This podcast is an evolution of the tale, All Grown Up Now, A Friendship in 3 Acts. This is Season 2, and it's called Tales of a Checkered Past. It's a collection of short stories from my salad days on up to the present. In each podcast, another self-contained story will be presented. These podcasts will be broadcast bi-weekly, so you get 2 a month. Enjoy. Episode 69, I call a holiday wish. The holidays are always bittersweet for me, and I'm sure others feel the same. This episode is very short. It's an end-of-year musing while I reflect on those I've lost. Strangely, besides my mother, the nearest and dearest I've lost have gone between Thanksgiving and January 6th. All of those people, my father, Norma, Mark, Pearl, Susan, to name a few, their loss has left a hole in my life, one that aches this time of year. A friend once said to me that these losses, for lack of a better way of putting it, cut a notch into that time of the year. Like a scar that hurts when the weather changes, the ache occurs during that time, whether I want it to or not. A couple of years ago, I was at a New Year's Eve celebration where I was asked to speak. Just a short talk on brotherhood, what it meant to me, my thoughts. My mind went to one of the people I'd lost during this time, my friend Mark. This is what I came up with. I call this short talk Brothers and Seasons. I met Mark when I was right out of college. We both worked together in Dillard's in Oklahoma City doing window display. Mark quickly became my gay big brother. Among other things, I learned what the phrase friend of Dorothy was. He explained the hanky codes, he showed me Boys in the Band on the Betamax, and he taught me how to dish properly. He moved away, and eventually he and his partner moved to San Francisco, where he got a job. He hired me as his assistant, and that's how I got out of Oklahoma City. In the spring, my brother taught me to dream big. In the summer, Mark and his partner moved to Los Angeles, and our friendship was conducted on the telephone. These conversations consisted mainly of him bitterly complaining about his partner, with me saying different versions of poor, poor dear. One time in annoyance, I said, Mark, he isn't good looking. Is he good in bed or does he have a big dick? Because you can forgive 2 out of 3. In the summer, I learned that brothers can be fucking exasperating. During a phone conversation in the fall, Mark confessed that his partner was beating him. I had to tell Mark that I'd do anything I could to get him out of there, but he couldn't call me again until he was ready to leave. That fall, I learned that brothers sometimes need boundaries. 5 years later, he called me, saying he was ready to leave. And right then, I realized that brothers need to keep their promises. So I went to Los Angeles and kidnapped Mark from a crazy man who had a little dick and big guns, which upended my life for a time. In the winter, He died suddenly of a heart attack. And I had to learn non-attachment. My idea was that I'd help Mark get his life back together, and then I'd have back the brother I met in the spring. But that was not to be. In the winter, I learned that sometimes all we get is the knowledge that we've done the right thing. We get that and hope for a new spring. So I leave this with you, dear listeners. Hope for a new spring. And best wishes for 2020. Thanks for listening. You can get the audiobook All Grown Up Now on iTunes, Audible, and Amazon, or from my website, allgrownupnow.com. You can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, and Google Play. If you have any questions, you can reach me through the website, allgrownupnow.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Kenneth D. King, on Facebook at Kenneth D. King Design, or on my main website, kennethdking.com.